We are live, everyone. Do make sure to check that I am hearable, but otherwise I pass to Chris.
While the breeze flows through the leaves, spreading whispers in its wake, beyond the far-off tree line, the ground begins to shake. The treetops start to quiver with the rhythm of a drum. Birds flee the forest, shrieking from fear of what's to come. As trees begin to give way, creating a path of death, smoke billows through the clearing like an echo of a breath. The havoc comes to a halt as quick as it began, and in the space it ended, there rests a house for one. Welcome to Baba Yaga's Dancing Hut, a grim fairy folktale that is going to span the world of Midra, the Feywild, and the actual mega dungeon itself. Well, this is no ordinary hut. We are going to be introducing our new adventurers seeking out this witch of legend. We will start with the biggest, the boldest, Asta. Tell us, what are you playing, Ace? And just a quick short sentence. We'll do a deep dive about their character in a minute, but yeah, what's a brief intro for Asta?
Okay. Yeah, a star. He's a hero. He's everyone's favorite hero. He's the best hero. He's generally a good guy, and wherever he goes, justice follows. He's perfection given physical form. He's justice manifest. He is the greatest hero Midra has ever seen. You don't have to think about any other heroes because they don't matter. Only a star does. I can't think of any other heroes, but it's okay. And yeah, he's just here to do what a hero would do best.
Fantastic. He's even got his own signature on his cape, I see. Just so you remember the name.
Merch coming soon.
Oh yeah, and the flyers.
Yeah.
Nice. We've got a character that's definitely going to be aura farming in the hut the whole time. Well,
it's the plan.
And you're a dragonborn fighter.
Yes, dragonborn. Planning on being a rune knight fighter.
Sweet. Okay. And blue. It says bronze on your character sheet. I just realized I might need to fix that. But, yeah, that's okay. There's always going to be a few things we find that we just need to edit here in session 0. But you're doing lightning damage with your breath weapon. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
Then we can just change the description of it. There we go. Cool. All right, blue dragon ball. Nice. And we'll go in height order, I guess. So from from next tallest, we have Zafran. And Steph, tell me a bit about them.
Yeah, so Zafran Dashel, friends call him Dash, on orders from his mistress to do some recruitment.
Excellent. And you are playing a Herringon Bard, right?
I am, yes.
Lovely. Here's the art for Zafran. Here we go. What an upstanding fellow. Well dressed for any occasion. Excellent. Then won't ask what they have tucked away in that tailcoat of theirs, what they're hiding behind their back, but I'm sure we'll find out what tricks are up their sleeve. Now, we have Bacon returning as Guy.
Yes. Guy, the Owlin artificer, a mysterious man with a mysterious past on a path of vengeance that's led him to the hut. Gunslinger, magical gunslinger. For now, maybe we can dip our toes into black powder soon. But an older owl, a salty man. It's been around a while. Not the nicest guy, but definitely one of the guys of all time. Planning on being a artillerist artificer, so lots of ranged firepower, saving throws, never heard of them, all damage rolls, all attack rolls.
Nice. Okay. And whilst he has a gun in the art at the moment, he's looking for some scrap pieces to probably put them together, I'm sure. Gun coming soon, TM, I assure you. So, right. Now, going down from that, who is tallest between the two kobolds?
Cousin.
Bryson has the bigger ego. Personality.
Right, okay. Could be either of you then, depending on who's standing up straight and with their adoring fans. I'll say, let's go to cousin. He's got the beret. There we go. There we go. Hey, there's cousin. Tell me
Aw.
about them.
Hi. I'm cousin. This is my ex Shelby. Hi. Bryson, help!
You're
Cousin.
you're playing a kobold ranger, a winged kobold ranger. I see, which is a rare breed. They only hatch one in a few thousand, I think. But yeah, as a very rare gift, cousin has. Not only the wings, but their parental protective nature is also a special gift as well. And finally, we have Brazen, played by Sen.
Brazen Zen Cuckoo. The most famous racer this side of the Cloud Coast. Well regarded by my tribe. I'm given access to the most skilled of birds to race. And that is what I do. I ride fast and quick. Better than any other racers capable. Even that damn Damasier who thinks that a catapult levitated is worthy of a land race.
Damn you, Demasiers!
God. These kobolds are going to be a handful, I can already see. And they're not the only ones joining the party, since we have a whole host of other, dare I say it, nutty and rambunctious kobolds that are going to be helping out with their steeds, feeding them, petting them, grooming them. There's a lot of work that goes into these mounts, and they need a whole crew to organize their races. And we'll show those mounts with the full party art so you can see them all together. Here they are.
And Brazen is a rogue. A highway rider from Grim Hollow, I believe.
Yes. Yes. So we have everyone gathered. It is quite a colorful bunch. All shapes and sizes. Very unusual suspects, that's for sure. name pattern pending. We'll figure it out as we go. For now, we want to try and figure out where these characters will go, end up. This is a session 0, so we're going to be live workshopping some of their bonds, motivations, and as well as the sort of players' motivations, what they want to get from this story and the characters therein. So we can go back full circle if we want. So, Asta,
Yep.
Astar, sorry.
It's
Gonna get
okay.
used to saying that because there's another character named Asta. Now, this hero complex that they've kind of gained it's from what exactly? Why don't you share a little bit of their backstory?
Sure, yeah. A star initially was just sort of left on like a mountaintop, and where that mountaintop was a very old and a very wise ancient dragon that kind of raised him as his own. And a star was pretty normal. He was just an ordinary kid, I would say. I think he felt like he was meant for something greater, but didn't really know what that was. Um, and until one day, his father wanted to really show him the surrounding world, because he was pretty much just kept in like this little town. Um, and sort of on that voyage, he saw sort of the darker side of the world, a lot of, just ruined villages, like sort of atrocities, I guess, that he's been unaware of and has never really seen, maybe heard of, but has never seen anything so terrible, I guess. And from that moment, that was just his spark. Like, he knew what he wanted to do and what he had to do. Like, he was put here and shown this for a very specific reason, and it was to be a hero.
Okay. The things you've seen, I'm interested to actually dig into those, because there are a lot of horrors within Midra. There are some signs of destruction. And if we're going to place you on a map and figure out where you are from, I think hammering those sort of places out is a good start. So let's go to the map
Yeah.
and effectively place you on it. And it doesn't have to be this map precisely. It can as well be from the Clawed Coast, or even like a new area in total. But if you've been on a voyage, you've seen these ruins, the first things that you would have come across that are of big note are stuff like north of Thumbridge, there is something known as the Black Glass Crevasse. It is a massive fissure in the earth where there was once a likely thriving population, settlement, whatever. There is now just sort of ruins. In fact, there even used to be an order of heroes known as the Order of the White Sun, and they were decimated when whatever terrible occurrence happened. Some say it is this Grendel root that burst through the earth, and the roots of this eldritch danger destroyed the entire order, as well with it everything they stood for, their law, their order, their goodness wiped. And it doesn't stop there.
Roll for story tomorrow.
That's right, yeah. That's something that the others are exploring in the Temporal Tower. They've gone back in time to uncover these ruins and find out what happened. Other sites of great destruction, Teletui, a once beautiful elven village within the forest, reduced to a desolate crater. The story of this is more shrouded than even the Black Glass Crevasse. since there are little survivors in order to tell such a story.
Wait,
Trees
there are
around this place
survivors?
There is. And I guess this is a plug for the Carnival of Dreams because that is where you'll meet Zeno as well as their brother as well. Two elves, the remaining elves of Talatui, who've out of shame and guilt tried to escape from their past and still grieving the loss of everything that happened. Other signs of destruction, probably. This is probably actually we'll come back to Bromwell because that's going to lead you in. The Clawed Coast, as there was a recent war, except you wouldn't call it a war, more of a massacre, as one side became an overwhelming sort of mega power when they gained a wish from a Ifriti and was granted like the power to destroy their enemies. And the one-sided nature of that war meant all of these other nations kind of got wiped out in the Night of 1,000 Flaming Tears, where the armies were finally put to their end. And the reigning nation of Gaidia is the only one that's left in control at this point. There are smaller oases of settlements, but they're struggling to even get water day to day. Yeah, so another terrible outcome of magic doing terrible things.
Yeah, I think that would also
Malicious.
drive.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I think that would also like drive it because Baba Yaga granting wishes to people and stuff, and understanding what as far as a star is concerned, a very negative force such as Baba Yaga just throwing out wishes to people that earn it or just ask for it or whatever. I'm sure that would drive him to also pursue
her
her.
out. Yeah. And more than anything, and as you will find out in this adventure, it's the thing that will probably lead you in is the town of Bromwell, which I won't go into too many spoilers, but you can see it on the map. It's there right in front of you. It is nothing more than a charred piece of land, and that leads directly towards our adventure. So you'll be definitely getting a good lead in with that. So with all this destruction and all these things, you could say your character has seen these locations. I've kind of fed you them as concepts that you can build in, like the destruction of the Black Laskarvas, the Order of the White Sun, the Elves of Talatui. When does it end? When does it stop? It takes heroes like yourself to step up and do good, because in the absence of good, evil will reign. Okay. Then your sort of idol, your mentor, they've likely been old enough to have even lived through these. You've sort of walked the ruins, but they've got their own scars, right? What do we know a little? What do we know about them? Did you?
It's been so long. I actually forgot their name too.
I'm gonna check because I've got your questionnaire open.
Oh yeah, that's also kind of. I think I changed that up a bit too. Let me see. I don't remember his name, but how much do I want to say? I guess. I mean,
yeah.
I think
really.
Yeah.
You just need to give enough information so the others can sort of build these bonds with you. You don't have to spill all the secrets, but if you want to give people the heads up, there's like a secret that you guys can play off of. That's fine too.
Well, I guess in his own right, my sort of like mentor, like father figure, he was a a good force, I guess. I wouldn't necessarily say a hero, but he was definitely a good guy, I suppose. I think he would definitely try to shift things the best he could in favor of good overall, and I think that's where a star gets a lot of his values from, is from him. Um, his existence, I would say, is pretty like not known. I think for a long, long time, no one has seen him, and he hasn't been around. And as far as people know, he's dead. Carano, that was his name. Yeah, it was Carano. That's what it was. Um, I'm sure anyone that would know of him just think he's like a folktale, a fairy tale, a legend, if anything. Him being alive, I don't think would be known to really anyone. I don't think, at least not to many. Um, yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay. Alrighty. So, Piranha. Interesting. And they were a metallic dragon, weren't they?
Yes.
Gold metallic. Perfect.
Yeah.
Interesting. That is an interesting bond I can already see between the two kobolds, because they too have a dragon-like mentor. So, interesting they've both had an positively influential kind of impact on your lives. Now, since I think it's pretty obvious your motivation at this point, what you want to do, what you want to be, a hero, what you aspire to be that and do good in the world, no matter what. So there's plenty of hooks for you to achieve. It's plenty of hooks to pull you in and good to achieve. But that's different from maybe what you want as a player for them to fulfill. Is there any kind of like arcs that you feel could change their viewpoint? Do they remain a sort of naive force of good, or do they start to see like these gray areas? Like Baba Yaga, yeah, she grants power, but she's been known in many stories. She's the villain of some, the hero of others. How does that kind of affect him? I wonder. But how do you want to see his kind of story unfold? Or
I think he is very full of himself and he is very confident. He personally believes that he is already great, and I think I want to see that sort of combated, I guess. Like I want him, like he views Baba Yaga as someone who is evil.
a villain?
And I think like, moving forward, he'll hear other sides and see maybe even positive impacts, and he'll kind of have to rack his brain about, what evil and what good really is, and maybe the concepts of like necessary evil or and stuff like that. But I think he is pretty hard-headed about things, and I think I want to see him sort of expand his view, I guess,
Okay.
instead of just being so like good and bad.
Great. I'm making notes on that. Wants to expand his view, even though he comes across as this overconfidence and wants to challenge this evil. You actually want, as a player, to challenge his overconfidence. You want to question what is truly good, what is truly evil, and explore kind of morally grey scenarios and
Yeah.
encounters. Okay, perfect. That you will have in no short supply, I assure you. If there's one place to explore what is good and evil, it is definitely Baba Yaga's Dancing Heart. In previous playthroughs, we've had like all good parties, we've had all evil parties,
Ooh.
and we've actually had the last most recent one was the mix. It was very like exploring those murky gray areas. So the HUD is primed since its previous iteration to evolve and explore that. Great. Okay. Any other little tidbits you want to share for the others to build around, or make note of?
I feel like that's it. I feel like everything else would just kind of come naturally, probably pretty instantly, honestly. But I feel like that's about it.
Okay, cool. Then I'm already thinking of some bonds as well. But before we get on to bouncing ideas, I think getting a good overview of each character first, then we'll dive into like bonds fully. So, yeah, back to the high order. Let's now. I know you got a lot of stuff you want to keep close to your chest with Zaffirin, but what can you share, and what do you want the party to know ahead of time?
It's fine. You can call
About
me
your
Dash.
character.
You're my friend.
That's true.
Uh,
Snug is your friend.
Snug is my supervisor.
Yes. Whoa. Am I?
Well, actually, technically, I'm
Wait.
his supervisor, but
Yes, you're my supervisor.
technically speaking. So Dash has like lived in a myriad of different places over the like he originated from the Feywild and then he kind of moved around, and spent time as an undertaker under his mentor, where he learned sort of like his big thing is that he can't stand to see people have like really boring ends to their stories. He started to kind of like over time embellish the stories of those that had like he was burying to kind of give them something more heroic, more exciting, even if it meant fibbing a little. And he eventually got really bored of having to do this so much, so he went off in search of more exciting stories. He wanted to have people's ends be like the end you see in storybooks and things like that. So I imagine that's sort of where he met his current mistress, and he's now on a bit of a recruitment drive, trying to. I think he's quite enthusiastic about it, just because he's like, oh yeah, well, it's never a dull moment in the hut, it's always something exciting, You could be a hero, you could be a villain, you could be somewhere in the middle, but there's no end to the exciting death, the potentials.
Interesting.
For me,
And yep.
For me, it's a case of I played right through the original iteration of the hut at the very beginning, and I played it as someone who was lawful good. So I wanted Dash to be the opposite. I wanted him to have this air of chaos to him. So I intend to utilize him to cause mayhem for you all.
So he is chaotic neutral? Chaotic, is that right?
I'm not sure at the moment. He's simply chaotic right now.
He's just chaotic, true chaotic. True chaos.
I think we'll see what happens as we go along. I think he's probably, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know quite yet where he sits on the chaos scale, but he's, yeah.
Perfect. Cause chaos for the party, for the adventure, to make things interesting, because as the saying goes, you never let truth get in the way of a good story.
He just doesn't want to. He's seen enough people die of old age and boring things. He's had enough. He wants people to die gloriously.
Wow. Okay. You want to add that to your ideals?
I will, once my foundry keeps up.
Okay. Alrighty. Perfect. Then. Interesting. So, you've not mentioned anything about the land of mists and darkness. Is that something you want to keep close to your chest?
Yeah, we're not talking about that just yet. That's
Then never mind.
I think
Okay,
it would
cool.
be more fun for everyone if they don't know.
Okay, so there are lots of backstory elements that we haven't revealed here yet, but having a character that is gonna cause chaos and is also kind of morally grey in a way, because it's important to highlight. Yeah, you've done the lawful good playthrough. You're wanting
Yeah.
to change it up, so
I'm not being lawful good in this route. I'm sorry, guys. I've done it too much. It's
there
Chaos
you go.
Gremlin has arrived.
Here for it. Here for it.
I'm
Me
not
too.
Taryn, I'm not Notice. You have unleashed lethal Chaos Gremlin. That is me.
Here
Which is
for it.
fantastic when you just previously heard Asta wants to challenge his
Oh yes.
concept of
Right.
good.
Yes, I can't believe my whole party is gonna challenge his moral compass.
That's perfect. Now, okay. Oh no, you've really covered everything. The wants, the motivations as a player, and in character. That's great. Perfect overview. Okay. Now, yes, the owlin guy.
That guy. Yeah.
So, that guy. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the backstory. Why a guy is so the way he is, like you said, like big grizzled, bit mean spirited. What did they
So,
endure?
obviously, still wanting to keep, some things close to my chest. Guy was taken from his family for a very long time. Some would argue way too long. I think everyone would say way too long. But he spent the majority of his life isolated, alone, and forced to work for people he did for bad people. Finally being free of that, he is now unleashed on Midra, and any injustice he sees, any evil he sees, he deems himself to eliminate it. Now he has a specific group in mind that he's after, but he, unlike someone like a Star who claims himself to be a hero, Guy knows what he is. He is vengeance. He is anger. He is going to see fit, use it until his last breath to take revenge on the people that ruined his life.
Vengeance story. We love it.
Also,
Now,
also very much different than my previous character being a lawful good. We're definitely going to be killing some people with this guy.
Sen. Sen. I think the little owl needs a hug. He's been away from his family for so long.
No hugs. Not for me.
It's gonna be okay. You're with
Don't
good
touch me.
people now.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
You'll be
people-
fine.
they may be a small little guy, but let's not forget that owls are, well, they're hunters. They're like predatory birds. So kind of fits actually when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's also got a lot of intelligence. So
Oh, yes.
as far as roles kind of start to flesh out, we can already imagine Astar being the guy, the big strong guy. He's going to solve problems with sheer strength. I can see that being the opposite for Guy. They're going to be the thinker, the planner, maybe they're plotting their vengeance as well. Do you feel like they're
Definitely.
okay? Yeah, so they are.
There is
They
a
are
method
plotting.
to his madness. He is, again, hunting down the group that specifically affected him the most. He is an artificer, and a lot of what he does is reverse engineering other creations to understand them and to build upon them and adapt them as his own. And that's where a lot of his gear and stuff comes from. Hopefully, once he can get his Talon, his current work in progress arcane firearm working, hopefully soon.
Nice. Yeah, important to note that he's intelligent individual who's plotting their revenge, not unleashing violence just on anyone. They're directed. There's a method to the madness. They're planning ahead. They're carving the name of this organization on their bullets, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. Perfect.
Definitely a vigilante anti-hero character.
Yeah. That is going to be interesting to see if, like, you come across individuals of this organization who might have just been scooped up in this and maybe they're more innocent, but in your eyes, you're just gunning them down no matter who they are. If they're affiliated, they're on the list, sort of in your mind, right?
Yep, there's good and evil in this world, and you're one or the other. There is no in between. And for his relation with Baba Yaga, he obviously doesn't have any personal problems with her. And he understands that she could be a boon to him and his goal. And so that's why he would be interested in the hut, because there are some things that with the materials he has access to, he can't quite make just yet. And so he does have some aspirations.
Okay. Yeah, that's a question that is the foundation of this campaign is why are you going to the hut? Why are you seeking out this powerful mother of hags? She is in possession of incredibly vast and ancient knowledge, mysterious and powerful artifacts of power. As well, the hut itself is shrouded in rumors and mystery and folklore. There are plenty of reasons to go there, whether it be to acquire powers, request assistance where none others have succeeded, or whether she is the villain of your story. She may have even kidnapped someone you love, or is responsible for an atrocity that maybe she's not even directly responsible, but is tied to. Like some say, she may have granted a power to some dark knight that then, is responsible for these evils. There's so many reasons to seek her out. So you will meet all kinds of characters that have come to her. Some are trying to do good and have nowhere else to turn. Some are selfish and greedy who just want to, get more power. And so you will come across all kinds. Yeah. All right. So it's a good question to ask your character repeatedly. Why?
He also has a smoking problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a wondrous ever smoking cigar. He likes to smoke.
Oh, that's
we
right.
We all got our vices. He also likes gambling. We all got our vices.
That does remind me. We want to do a trinket table. Absolutely. Okay. We'll come back around to that trinkets. Okay. So now, cousin.
Yeah, cousin, our little scaredy cat ranger. They are caring for an egg as if it's theirs, but it's gifted by the protector dragon of their tribe, who currently, I believe, is in a not too good of a state. Sen? What's up with the dragon again?
They are sick in a way that can't be solved easily. And it's not something that our tribe has necessarily shared, or even the dragon has shared, but we, if not already, but will soon be told of this illness.
But yeah, the short story is that Brazen will be sent out to go to the hut. And because Cousin is way too scared on their own, he will go after Brazen, even though the outside world is scary and they don't really like angry people or violence. They'd rather give in, unless
Yes.
Derek
Yeah.
or Brazen gets hurt in the process.
So the most important factor I feel is to note to everyone as a heads up, Cousin is a complete and utter coward. Is that right to say?
Yes. Like, if there's
Okay.
gonna be a fight, Cousin will be at like 60, 80 feet behind the front lines.
Which is important to know mechanically, because if you hear Cousin saying, we should leave, we shouldn't fight this, it's not that Zay believes this isn't a fight you guys can take. It's Cousin's cowardly nature speaking up, and that's what they would say in every fight, no matter what it was.
Guys, how
so-
about we just get along?
Beautiful.
Don't hurt each other. Run! It's too scary.
The hiding under the claws and like peeking up occasionally, like choosing to be prone because you're hiding behind a box kind of situation.
Not that this party has ever followed orders when there was a call for a retreat. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The notorious Yon incident. Vake calling for the retreat. People running
We did
upstairs.
retreat.
No,
Gareth
you
just
did.
got lost.
Okay. Still, okay, perfect. And so they've filled this kind of protector role in a way, because the dragon was always their protector, and now that they've fallen sick, you've had to fill this shoe of, well, if someone's going to protect the eggs, you know, it's going to be you, and if you're going to find a solution, it's got to be you. You've got to go out into the world and do this. Whereas usually it's the dragon who's been long lived, far traveled, and they've brought it back and taught you the wisdom, shielded you from the outside world. You've actually got to go out there yourself. I love that, like, call to adventure, and that your shield is now broken.
Yeah, and if anything, no matter how scared she is of the Baba Yaga, they know that Baba Yaga is a mother,
Yep.
and they trust the mother's instincts.
That is a major theme you just touched on. There is absolutely themes of motherhood in this. I mean, you heard me just mention they're the mother of hags. Absolutely. This will be something that will resonate with Cousin throughout this adventure. Motherly themes. For sure. Okay. Yeah. You're trusting in that instinct. Perfect. Okay, and then finally Brazen.
Brazen. Brazen than Cuckoo. He is the title and the racer and the public opinion. But Brazen, in their past, is someone who has never backed down from danger, no matter how risky it might be. When a stampede of the tribe's herds would have left the tribe devastated, it was Brazen that climbed aboard one of them and forced their way to the head of the flock to take control of the stampede. Knowing that if they were to fall, they would die. And when they got to the front of that rush, that feeling of wind in their feathers. The feeling of going faster than anyone else does. It made them feel something. And now they run like someone possessed, someone running from something. They move with a tactfulness and capability that others would beg gods for. They were accepted into this tribe, but none of the other kobolds there really smell like anyone blood-related. They were taken in. An outsider even within their inside group, but standing out has never been something they've been against. They want to make a difference, even if it costs everything to do so. And even now, they've recently begun to throw themselves into their work even harder, training even more frequently to a point that even Cousin is probably concerned about. There is a lot more going on with Brazen than
then the surface.
than the surface.
Yeah. So, in recap, on the outside, they're seen as this celebrity, charismatic character, right? They're oozing confidence and star power, effectively. But underneath, there's this reckless abandon, this determination. People, when they see it on the racetrack. They think you're trying to win. But there's something else. There's more motivation that others are not fully aware of. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. It's... It's hard to tell whether Brazen is running to do something or if Brazen is running from something.
Ah, I see. But in either way, gotta go fast.
Either way.
Yeah. Let's drag it to the Cloud Coast as well. Since these two kobolds, they are from a desert region far, far to the west of Midra. It is heat, it is sand.
We have no tokens here. This map is not visible.
There's you need not tokens to see. You merely need to believe it's there. There you go. So the desert kingdom of Gaidia is the one that rules it, as I kind of mentioned. You can see several places like the Rattling Ruins. This is somewhere you would have been, Astar. This is what I was talking about. But the kobolds, they're all the way down here. So I'll just bonk them on the map. And this little settlement is a knoll settlement, and to the right, Shamshir Cove, pirates. To the north, this pier, that's known as Damsir's estate. There's all kinds of elemental.
I should say as well, Brazen's main mount, Dione, is the very bird that they ended up on whenever they redirected the stampede. It is they hold every piece of that story to them. They are in a way, you could say that they are a bit of a folk hero to their tribe.
Yeah, absolutely. They stopped the disaster of that one race that could have gone a lot worse. Innocent people could have been hurt or worse. And this little town up here is actually where our adventure is beginning, but won't get into that just yet. That'll be session 1. But this is where we should begin. It'll be starting with a race surrounding that town, and it's sort of a qualifier race, we'll call it, to get into the big leagues. And so your adventure is going to span land and sea in order to reach the heart. Where is the heart? Is another good question. That is an adventure in of itself, exploring and finding it. And in previous iterations, it has been a much more condensed sort of search. But this time round, we're doing a sort of best of Midra. Like we're going to do all the big hits so that you get to sort of see the world a little bit more before we zoom in and finally locate the hut itself. Because there are, like I said, many rumors surrounding it. People say they have seen it in the desert. People have said they've seen it out in Midra's forest. Others, who knows? They may have even seen it flying through the air. It's truly an enigma how it does it, what it does. But that will be something to explore. Okay, back to the top then. Figuring out these bonds. So it would be nice to have at least 2 bonds between 2 other characters. If you find one, if you can think of one for everyone, then great. But I'm not going to ask you to do like so much work that it's like, oh my god, there's 4 other people who are going to make a bond with every other one, and that creates a lot. Some of them you can also share as well. You can agree on one particular bond, and that counts for both of you. So Astar, seeing as Brazen has got this celebrity kind of status, they're also a bit of a star. How would that relationship go? Do you think you're gonna butt heads or
I think there will be some head buttage, I think, but
head butt?
I do think ultimately a star at the very least would find Brazen like fun or like amusing, I guess, because a star never really had many like friends or anything. Not like because he kind of because maybe no one would really want to be friends with him. I mean, he's running around like playing hero, and it's not really like they don't like him, but it's just kind of like, oh, it's just there's that guy running through town again. He's very loud, very boisterous. I feel like seeing someone like Brazen sort of being similar, I think might annoy him a bit, but he might also find a bit of camaraderie in that. Like this guy knows ball. He knows what he's talking about.
Okay, cool. So at times competing for the spotlight, other times when there's not something on the line, you're actually kind of vibing. You guys are on the same
I think
wavelength.
so. Yeah.
Okay. And there's definitely a sort of shared determination as well. I think Astar's maybe they're going to be kind of questioning things along the way, but Brazen might be still jumping directly into danger regardless. But you've kind of got that self-sacrifice aspect as well, being a hero and all.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. What about other characters? How do you see them bouncing off of another character?
See, it's like it's so hard because I feel like he kind of just like bounce off everyone. I could mental
Mm.
math it to where I just feel like he kind of could mesh pretty well. I mean, with Dash wanting to explore and see more fun deaths. Unfortunately, a star can never die. That's so unfortunate. But I think a star would just be a more fun uh sight, I guess, compared to everything else Dash has experienced. So I could see definitely there being interactions there.
Yeah.
Guy just being like the complete opposite of a star almost. I could definitely see a lot of butting heads with Guy. You know, he wants to kill people, and do things in that way. A star doesn't kill people also, unless like he feels like he has to, but he generally does not kill anyone or like anything. So definitely I could see him butting heads with Guy and sort of things sparking from there. And then Kozan, I think it's just very interesting because Kozan is like a mother.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have an egg on them.
Yeah, I think Kozan being very like shy and like reserved and kind of not wanting confrontation, I think could mesh with the star being very loud and almost wanting confrontation. I think that could lead to a lot of fun moments too. And maybe even a star being a bit more protective of Kozan because Kozan has a child. So kind of
And
I mean,
pass the
you being
mic
big
around.
and loud and so big does help for Cousin, so they can hide behind you and stay out of the spotlights.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to pass the mic around if you've got ideas as well with Astar, Brazen, Dash.
Oh yeah,
What are your thoughts?
Star and Guy are gonna butt heads on the way they both distribute justice, but
Handle
very
it
different,
differently.
very
Yeah.
different flavors of justice.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, there is a core aspect that I see Istar and Brazen being different, but I can't really say exactly what that is, at least until I kind of want to establish that with Dash first, because I feel like Dash is the only person who would reasonably know that sort of look.
Okay. And Dash and Astar, what did you make of that idea?
They 100% met in a bar. 100%.
Yeah.
And Dash was kind of like, the minute a star was like, oh no, I'll never die, that's the minute like Dash is pulling out the tarot cards and trying to like do a reading of like this most glorious death.
This guy.
Oh my god.
You are a shining beacon to the public. Can you imagine how they'll mourn your glorious death? Like, how heroic.
That is
awesome.
definitely an idea for session one.
Everyone's
Meeting
gonna
in a-
love it when you die.
Let's see.
You will never die because you're going to go down in history, my friend.
Legends
that's
never
true.
die.
Exactly.
Ooh.
They do
Yeah,
say
but
you
we
die
call
3
legends.
times. It's your physical death, right?
Mm-hmm.
The death of when someone forgets your name. And then I guess the death is the last death being like everyone forgetting your deeds as well, I guess. Is that the saying?
It sounded right enough. I think it works.
It makes sense. But yeah.
I remember it being 2 times where first you die.
When
You're right, there's also your deeds.
yeah, the last time someone speaks your name, and I guess I'm adding a third death to that picture.
Mhm.
The last time anyone speaks of your deeds.
Logan next to
yeah.
life.
Not that Aston needs to worry, but yeah, like they say, they're indestructible. No, I really like that idea. So Dash is egging on Astar to do these feats, to go out there and heck,
Like,
you've heard of some.
if you can't die, do the thing.
Yeah. Oh, go jump in the piranha
Where's
infested
the
water.
risk?
Yeah. That's brilliant, yeah. And Astar almost unwittingly agreeing to all these death-defying things. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Whereas, yeah, okay, perfect. All right, so Dash, what about some of your bonds? What do you feel like is good for your character to bounce off of?
And again, it's Dash is just determined to make everybody do the thing. And I feel like I'm going to have a lot of fun with Cousin because I am just going to terrorize the shit out of him.
Them.
Cousin is a her.
Sorry, them. Apologies.
Non-binary. Kobold.
Non-binary.
Kobolds are a special case where they're gender fluid because when there's too many male in the tribe, stuff happens.
Okie
I see. So then, in that case, yeah, you've really got a bond with everyone. You'll be wanting to follow and push them on. Like, you're perfect fitted for the bard role since you're sort of like, yeah, cheering them on and cheering them on and expecting them to do these crazy things, and you're there making sure it's gonna go down in an epic way. Okay. Interesting. All right then. So, any one particular piece of the narrative that seemed to resonate with Dash, like from people's backstories? What about the motherly type of nature that Cousin has?
I have respect for it. 100% have respect for the motherly situation that's happening here.
So as much as you're going to be tormenting Cousin, you would say Dash has actually a deep hidden respect for Cousin.
Yeah, 100%. He would never actually do him harm. Them harm. Sorry.
You're right. Okay, perfect. So that. Go on.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, Dash definitely would be like a. Is it like a dark mirror of Coulson? Where he's pushing them into becoming more than what they are?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's a very. I like the wording you chose for that.
I think there is a unique thing about Dash that I think based off of the way you've described them and their way their story has gone is I think there is something Dash would uniquely of all people would be able to notice about Brazen. And it's perhaps maybe me revealing a hand too far. Chris, you can stop me if you think it's too much, but I feel like based off of Dash's backstory, it's something that they would notice immediately upon seeing Brazen like doing anything.
Okay. Brazen gets their name for a reason. They will run headfirst into danger. So, Dash, you don't almost. Brazen is probably the one person you almost don't need to
push,
egg on, or push. That you need to push them on the least, but it's also the most intriguing to you as to perhaps why.
I feel like yes, he would be 100% intrigued just purely because it's a situation where he doesn't have to embellish the excitement of the story because he's doing it himself. It's one he can just sit and observe and enjoy. He feels like he doesn't have to influence it.
I think that there's an emotion that being a bard, being what you are, you would probably be able to get off of Brazen that is probably not what you'd expect. You'd expect like a freneticness, a energy. Somewhere in Brazen's eyes and everything they do, the way they move, the way they do things, you would see a cold, collected acceptance.
Definitely sounds like insight checks every time Brazen does something. And Dash is going to be there paying attention, I'm sure. Okay. Perfect. Okay, and as for like Guy, Dash, you are a character that wants to get this epic story.
I feel like when it comes to Guy, Dash is almost kind of like, okay, this is the most interesting story of the group. to me right now. It's
Mm.
out there. It's obvious. And it could end in either way. He could either get revenge or he could die trying, and that to him
Yeah.
is incredibly exciting.
There's an established villain. There's a real conflict already set up that's gonna at some point come to blows, and you know about these stories. You heard the saying, when go seeking vengeance, dig two graves. So you already kind of foresee within the cards, Guy has set upon themselves this glorious and tragic death. Yeah, so definitely, I think Guy and Dash are going to be an interesting pair duo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what about Guy? And obviously now you're starting to fill in pieces with the other characters. So now kind of left to think about how you might bounce off the kobolds, perhaps. But ideas, go ahead.
I mean, definitely for Guy. I mean, he is a smart gentleman. He knows that to achieve his goals, he most definitely cannot do it alone. And the kobolds, and I mean the rest of the party overall have a unique skill set of things that he can't do. So all of them, he would innately just be drawn to because he can see their potential and see what they can do that he can't. Specifically with the kobolds, they are fast and they seem to be good like information getters, which could definitely be of use to him.
So Guy is seeking to, because a vengeance story, you know, you've got your own goal. That's what you're tunnel visioned on. How does one gather a? Why is one like yourself part of a party? It's to use them effectively, right?
Yep.
Use them to your own ends to get this vengeance complete. Okay, interesting. So, yeah, there's a sort of underlying selfishness to Guy, even though he's part of a group. You know, it's all a means to an end, is what you're saying.
For now, as of on the surface, as of now,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely the group to him is like these. This is an odd assortment of characters that can help him achieve his goal.
And Dash is egging you on to do that. Astar is trying to teach you maybe a better way of justice. Do you see any of these characters able to save you from that kind of tragic ending? Or do you see any character being able to save you from this heavy weight of vengeance and find forgiveness? Is that even a possibility? And
That,
Or-
you know, Guy as of now, there's one thing on his mind. He's got one thing on his mind. And throughout the course of the adventure, if his mind can be opened by the gestures or the words of the people in the party, maybe. But Guy, as of now, and maybe they'll crack him down and he'll be like, okay, well, after I get revenge on the people that ruined my life, then maybe I'll retire and like open up a small business, something like that. But as of now, the only thing burning on his frontal lobe is getting revenge. If the party can save him from that tragic fate, we'll have to see.
yeah, sounds like there's no volunteers to try and
What do you
steer them
mean?
away from a dark path. Or unless, cousin, go.
Yeah, cousin with attempts. I mean, look at that guy. He is disheveled, their feathers all ruffled, there is this weird scar on his leg. Someone needs to care for him.
They just need a hug, as you mentioned. Yeah.
They need a hug.
Don't touch me.
So then, yeah,
Don't worry,
I
I
think
got the
we can
perfect
start.
brush for your feathers.
We can absolutely start to put these into words, and I would encourage you to fill out your sheet in the bonds section and put something down like, cousin, Guy just needs a hug. You know, I'm going to try and help them see better things in the world than just revenge. You know, something to that note. Whatever way you wish to word it, I think that's the type of thing you want to put down. And for like Dash, you want to write something like, Brazen is already on a path for glory and destined to some great end. But there's something more behind that determination. I will find out what that is. Like, that's your bond with them. And so on and so forth. Okay, so cousin, so that's definitely a really good bond for you with Guy. What about the others? How do you feel bouncing off them?
I think a star is a great shield and someone to hide behind when big other scary people are talking. And then there is the big scary bunny that's telling mean things. Well, not mean. Suggesting scary stuff.
Yeah, he just kind
Suggesting
of,
scary.
pops out from behind things going boo every so often.
Terrorizing cousin, yeah.
Yeah.
What you mentioned about being a shield, and I kind of hearkened your own dragon mentor as a shield. Do you feel like Astar is that substitute in, because going out alone was daunting enough without your dragon teaching you and protecting you, but Astar is a big dragon, and they're blue, not bronze or brass, but they're
Close
feeling that
enough.
same. Yeah, they exude that same sort of energy of wanting to do good and protect others that you are so often accustomed to from chromatic dragons. And though they are blue, sorry, metallic, I meant, you're accustomed to it from metallic dragons. They generally are the like forces of good in the world, but you didn't expect it from a chromatic one, so that might lead you to question like why they remind you so much of your own
Didn't
dragon.
Ace mention something about his mentor?
Yes, it did.
And their mentor would have come from this region, which means we might know of their mentor.
At least what they did, who
The
they
legends
were,
of yeah.
the
We might
legends.
not
Yes,
we might not know the person, but at least the deeds.
yeah. As well, Dash. That's something to note. You also know the story as well as the heroic end, or maybe you know a bit more of the tragedy about it. Would you be up for that, Ace? Them knowing a little bit
Oh yeah,
about your
100%. I totally like. I see it that way, where it's like, sure, maybe there's like stories or like folk tales or legends, myths, whatever, but like his existence is like unknown. And I don't think a star is very like open about his existence, like, where, that he's alive and stuff. I don't think a star is very open about that.
I think it would be interesting to a star that sorry, I'm getting in too early. I'll wait for my turn. My brain is
That's a good.
That's okay.
It reinforces the idea, right, Asta? You want to be known as a hero, and the fact that everyone knows about put it in the chat, Carano, it just reinforces like, oh, one day they're gonna know about my stories. We're gonna have other settlements far and wide knowing about my story, my heroics, and you want the fame and glory more than anything. Sure, you get to do some good on the way, and that gives you a sense of job satisfaction. But it's the story, it's the glory, and yeah, cool. Okay, perfect. Then, yeah, it makes sense. The more people know, the better. It actually gets it elevates your motivation even more.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I will write up a bit about them. There's what they've done. I know you've kind of given me a brief overview, but I can also workshop with you kind of what they've done in the world that is so great, and then towards the end we'll figure out something else that's maybe a bit like the mystery behind what happened to them. Where are they? Oh, they must be dead, etc. So, okay, finally, Brazen,
Yes.
you were going to say something?
Yes, I was going to say, unlike many of the other kobolds in the tribe, Brazen does have these metallic horns and bursts of sort of like metallic. Like if you look on even their art, you can see that some of the scales on their hands have this metallic like sheen to them. There is definitely something different about Brazen from the other kobolds in the tribe. Very well, it might pique Estar's interest that this kobold in particular is getting attention and is extra shiny, I guess, is a good way to put it.
They're a shiny
Um,
Pokemon.
Very eye-catching.
And I think almost it's worth mentioning, almost in a sad way, which is the Cousin and Brazen are very close, but in recent days it's almost like Brazen is he's working like super hard. One could argue perhaps Brazen might even be distancing themselves for some reason. Like they're working on the track constantly and sleeping in the stables levels of like working on racing.
So what you want to set up is a clear indication that Cousin and Brazen are really, really close, but then as the kind of sessions unfold, there's a bit more like you're sort of pushing Cousin away. Is that not like explicitly, but subtly, right?
Yeah, like it's
Making excuses for things, sort of.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
there's a distance.
there's
Feeling that.
Yeah.
And wonder how you're going to be reacting to that, Zay, since you're a very loyal kobold, and you've both been tasked with trying to find some sort of cure for the dragon. So it's almost a little bit Samwise Gamgee and
It's
Frodo kind
Frodo.
of feel.
Yeah, I would say yeah. Like it's a very much that Brazen is definitely like that quiet distance like Frodo. They're definitely bearing something.
And yet Cousin is loyal as ever and won't leave their side. Despite them being a little bit distant and maybe even sometimes pushing away, it's never deterring Cousin. Would you say that's right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. That's a great bond, to be fair. That's something you should put, like, I will never leave Brazen's side, that kind of thing. No matter what they're going through. Yeah, I guess. All right then. Well, we've been through any other little things people want to mention. We've been through bonds, but any other additions you want to add after hearing all of that?
I don't think so.
Okay. All's well then. Well, in that case, I will just go over some structures of the campaign. That being, this is going to be a level 1 to 10, I believe, but there has been instances where people have got to like 11, but it's meant to be 1 to 10. But we'll see. Because I'm expanding quite a bit, there's potential for actually more levels to be gained. But I'll say on paper it's 1 to 10 with an asterisk. Like, depends on how much content you wish to do, how many places you wish to visit, because it won't. The whole story won't just can be contained within the hut. Which is something you need to, as a heads up, Steph. It is. In the previous iterations, there's been a lot more leaving and coming back.
Yep.
So that you can sort of
I'm
have
excited
a break.
for it. New content.
Yeah, people have been to the Plane of Fire before. They've been to Kester. They've gone to
Kester.
Shadowfell. Yeah,
Capital
this is
City.
a planar hopping world exploring module. So we want to really emphasize that you won't be in one place for the whole time. You get to take breaks and then go elsewhere. If that is of course you made a rapport with Baba Yaga rather than your nemesis, which I think is going to be the case. We have two characters who want some sort of cure from her, one who already is closely tied, another who's seeking power, right? Would you say? And then Asta is clearly the only one that's going to be like, I'm here to defeat a villain, and then is going to be suddenly confronted with, whoa. Actually, everyone in the party is going to have to kind of like hold Asta back from doing the right thing, and maybe having to teach them to sort of either bide their time before they just try to strike them down. But we'll see. Dash would probably be all for it. I'm sure Dash would be like, yeah,
Dash,
challenge the hat.
Dash already has plans for stuff.
Okay, so you're not just going to tell them to challenge the witch straight from
No.
get-go?
He's got things. He's got a list of things.
Of course
Let's
he
see if we
does.
can
Okay.
sway him in the right direction.
Excellent.
Guy also has
And
plans for a star.
Oh my god. I will also just say, unlike Ulrich, a star isn't stupid. He is.
I'm very persuasive though.
I honestly think
You
that
might buy into it.
unlike with Jumping Junipers, I feel like all of us have a positive int mod this time. Is that true, or does Cousin not have a positive int mod?
A star
No.
has 11 intelligence, so it's
I
not
have
negative.
a negative int mod.
Oh, you have a negative int mod. Brazen doesn't.
+4.
Okay,
I'm a smarty pants.
nice. 4, 1, Dash with
0.
0. So you got 5 brain cells between the lot of you. That's 1 each. Nice. Okay.
Yep. I'm
Wait,
doing the
mine
heavy
is
Look at
lifting.
you,
cousin.
Dad.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, whilst you say that, Astar's intelligent. He won't be just a pushover or easily swayed. I think Ace
what
is a
makes it
person
fun.
you are uniquely primed for that kind of role play where it's like you like to be open to new directions, and
Oh yeah.
you do seem to like roll with the punches and play the hand whatever someone's given you. I feel like
Yeah, I love going.
it's
with
gonna
the
be
flow.
fun. Sweet. Okay. What else is there? This is a long campaign. That's what I was going to mention. Structure. It
Longer
might
than
be.
the junipers?
It might. It might.
Wow.
I will
Junipers
find.
went to level 8, and this one goes to level 10. Imagine.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
and Chris's levels? Wow.
Mhm.
And this might go
Right,
longer
exactly.
than 10 as well, so we might have other
It really depends
shenanigans.
on us, I guess.
No, don't
It
no.
does.
No,
It
we look at
does.
Chris, not ourselves. Come on.
There are many ways to, and that leads into this. Many ways to face these encounters. If it's combat, then yeah, you could argue you're going to speed run stuff because you'll just kill the problems rather than try to negotiate them. Then again, sometimes combat can drag on. You might actually find easier solutions in making a deal or persuading someone to do something different. There are so many different avenues. There is no right way to, well, no, wrong way, I should say. Not saying you can't win. There's no wrong way to do anything in the heart. If you're going off if you feel like you're going off the book, trust me, there's off the book, there's outside the walls, there's out of the box, out of the plane. There are so many more levels to which you could easily go outside of the module.
Remember a certain stable. If you fight tonight in that stable, you will die.
Sign me up.
True. There are things in. Okay, yeah, which leads me on to the next thing. You might be incentivized to take the more negotiating diplomacy option because there are dangers in this campaign that are not for your level. Okay, this, in fact, I will tell you now, this was based on an original module for characters coming in at level 10. I, for whatever reason, decided to make the executive decision of going, but what if they're really weak characters coming in? Because it makes you get creative. You can't kill your problems all the time. You have to think, what if I can side with that guy, form an alliance with that guy, but then betray that one? Or what if I just sort of tenuous alliance with this one and just avoid that other danger? That it's so many different like aspects going on. So there's a lot of diplomacy. There is still combat. There is absolutely combat, but you have the option in every instance. You have, dare I say it, 4 different directions you could go at any one time. Speaking of 4, the actual better number would be like 3, if it's
Yeah,
the rule of 3.
or 8, but 3
Four-
works better. 8 is
4
too
is a
many.
key number. 6 is a key number in this campaign, but so is 3. Because obviously you're going to be coming against hags, and hags, their rule of 3 is still somewhat applicable here. But 4 and 6 is also a fantastic number to keep in the back of your mind. Anyway, there's lots of
Anything
puzzles
1,
as well.
2, 5, 7, and 9.
Yes. There's lots of puzzles in this, but they're not like you have to sit there and figure things out. A lot of them are combat as well. So it's like people might be fighting whilst the others might be trying to solve the puzzle at the same time. So it allows there to be space in between solving the puzzle to take your turn and do fun things. What else are we doing? There's some dark themes in the heart, I won't lie. It's probably some child endangerment for sure, since there is obviously these themes, motherly themes. Abuse, manipulation is going to be in spades for sure. These are evil characters that you're going to be brushing shoulders with, and you're going to be seeing what they kind of do behind the curtains, their plotting, their schemes, their malevolent acts are going to be in forefront, and how you navigate those and who you believe is truly guilty is something to lean into. You know, these moral questions are going to be all over the place. What else? There's obviously themes of places, locations, as well as time, but the lesser themes of what's going on. Let me bring back my notes. What else have we got? Yeah.
Is there any themes in any of the player characters that, like, might end up darker than expected that we want to at least touch base on?
Yeah, absolutely. There could be themes of, yeah, like suicidal tendencies. I think less so the act of wanting to do it themselves, more so a feeling of there's no other way, a feeling of like being trapped. And there's definitely a theme of claustrophobia as well within the hut. So if any of those need to be adjusted or outright vetoed, then let me know. But otherwise, if you guys give me the green light, then we're good to sort of explore those. But yeah, there's a lot of death, of course, in the heart.
For the rest of the players, my character is going to be grumpy. He's a grumpy old man. At no point, if he comes off as angry, am I ever going to be mad at you guys. Or if he's ever mean, it won't be towards you guys. Of course, I'm going to do it with grace. I'm not just going to be a jerk for no reason. But just wanted to put that out. And if you guys are okay with it, I wanted to have my character, because he is an old guy with memory problems, to give you guys nicknames. I don't know what the nicknames would be, and they won't be mean nicknames. But just for like example, like call a star a moon as a joke, right? A moon. Or blue boy, blueberry, something like that.
Oh, blueberry.
Funny nicknames like that, if that's something that everybody in the group would be okay with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dash will probably do the same at some point, so you know.
Like long ears, long legs for Dash.
I should say less more so I'm exploring more in the sense of like as a player, I struggle with death as a concept with characters. So I'm definitely leaning more into taking more risks and just sort of going and being a little bit less cautious than I normally am. You guys have seen how cautious I tend to be. So I literally made a character named Brazen. So I
help me strangle this little guy if he goes into danger on his own.
Hey.
Right. So
Who's gonna
it's
be
what I
right?
mean.
If he gets killed, I'll murder him.
Who's gonna be right into danger with him? It's gonna be
Right.
Guy.
So effectively, like, Brazen doesn't want to commit suicide, but he does what almost seems like from the outside, like a suicidal act, right? Like jumping into danger, being completely brazen. So it's that aspect, and you're actively trying to challenge your own difficulties with death by having a character like this. So
yeah, and I've kind of asked you not to pull too many punches on it either. To like,
yeah,
I'm not playing with kitty gloves this time, boys.
This is
But
big
just-
boy D&D.
Just be aware that Dash is designed to be your source of healing, your emergency thing for the group in general, and the way he's going to be played is he doesn't want anyone to have like the boring story death. He's if he thinks this doesn't fit the story, he will do his best to save you so that you have another try to make it more exciting next time.
absolutely.
Yeah,
and Brazen
I think
isn't going to poke the sleeping bear. If there is a danger, it's because it's not something they're not seeking out danger necessarily, right? If there's danger around, you're just the first one to sort of face it.
yeah, I will take risks. I will jump in front of a bullet. I will do everything I need to. It's kind of why I was putting in Brazen's backstory is Brazen will try to protect and help and do everything heroic, regardless of themselves.
I really like that because I feel like a star is very similar, and I feel like that would bring up a lot of conversation between the two, because I think a star would respect that, but I don't think he'd want you doing that because you're so Freya. I think I think a star would react the same way, and I do have just a lot, or I have
will
quite
say-
a few tools. Yeah.
Out of game, I have mentioned what Brazen stuff is. Brazen will not tell anyone how frail they are. They are not going to reveal
They'll
it.
see that. Yeah, so that's something you will definitely discover that, no doubt. Is
Yeah.
when you start to see, wow, this guy can't take more than one hit, you're gonna go. Then you will realize they're frail, and that's when that kind of protective nature will kick in. But
Yeah.
definitely, initially, you can definitely see that respect and like, oh wow, they're like me. And then when you realize, oh shit, they're not
Then they
also
get
cut out to
punched.
be here. Yeah,
Also do
then
have
that can
quite a
shift.
few tools that will be able to help in combat, reduce damage or redirect the damage and stuff. So I do plan on trying to be as helpful to anyone around me as possible.
Nice.
Well, is Brazen gonna be upset if we save him from danger? Like, if he jumps into danger, and like we pull him out, is Brazen gonna be upset?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
I think more than anything else is Brazen is trying to make sure that whatever happens, it's meaningful.
And will you be upset as a player? Because you don't want punches pulled, but if there's other player character intervention that saves Brazen,
Other players saving him is definitely like a factor, but like I think there's enough story elements like in our back pocket that like there are elements of Brazen that haven't even been touched on yet that are back pocket like complications that are interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
but everyone's got the green light to try and save you, heal you, protect you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
Because yeah,
Good
Guy's
move.
not gonna
Okay.
just like let you go in there and die. He's gonna try to help out.
No.
Obviously, Guy is gonna let everyone in the party stand in front of him while he throws spells from the back. But he will use his spells to support you guys. Well,
And
I
likewise.
have grease. Whatever grease can do for you.
And likewise, Cousin will be trying to avoid the danger entirely before it even begins. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, like
Then...
but yeah, just don't be I have
discouraged.
Don't be discouraged if Brazen is a dark character in some manners. Like he is not
I welcome it. I'm really excited just for this overall darker tone, like compared to like the Junipers, where it's like there's undertones of darkness and there's definitely serious things, but I'd say generally we're all pretty like fun, and there's a lot more like fun moments. But I'm definitely excited to see the dark side of everyone's character and the dark side of the setting and campaign, because I've never really experienced that.
It is a dark fairy tale for sure.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it gets dark.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I can tell you from
Prismir-
experience, it gets dark.
Prismir, Baba Yaga, Prismir is a domain of delight. This is edging on domain of dread more like, but yeah. In any case,
Like-
it's got the fey coating, but it's that dark what's it called? Unseelie
It's-
fey.
Oh yeah.
Type
Oh, Shadow
feel to it.
Fae.
Yes, Unseelie. The Seelie and Unseelie, they're like night and day. They're Shadowmoor and Lorwyn, you know.
Yep.
So
Buzzword.
if I didn't mention it already, one of the biggest and heaviest influences for this campaign was Lorwyn and Shadowmoor, the original. There is so
Really?
much art from the original. Yep, almost all the art that I started Magic the Gathering with that set. When I saw the art on it, I was immediately inspired, and I used tons of it in this campaign because it's so evocative and it creates that light and dark kind of iconography. So yeah, expect that. Very
just
Unseelie,
realized-
very Shadowmoor.
Our party does not have access to spare the dying.
Better just heal the dying then, eh?
I got a gun.
There you go.
Let's just not die.
Well,
Yeah,
Not
just
bad.
don't
I got.
Well,
I'm gonna get fireball at some point. That's what I got access to.
Characters
no.
have died in this campaign many times, and some of them were even PvP. That's a point.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a PvP team.
No, I
at
don't
all,
think-
so.
I don't
I
think
didn't
we're-
even need bringing up, but because the old party, I mentioned that one playthrough, everyone was evil. Yeah, they were absolutely PvP flagged on fully, and at any time they could like stab each other in the back, kill each other, and lure each other into traps. I don't think that's this team. I think everyone's going to be
Nope.
much more of
I think when we did our
unit.
playthrough first time round, I had a PvP moment with Cyrus,
yeah.
but that was less about the characters and it was more about the interaction with a particular object.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The only
Interesting.
The only PvP
was-
I'm here for is a
Yeah.
Star versus Vake Ironbody. That's the only PvP that I think is acceptable. Just to squash these rumors that a Star's the best hero. That's
Oh my
it's the only PvP that I see.
As far as the
happening.
Star is concerned, he is. As far as he's concerned, there is no greater hero.
I can see one instance possible, truthfully, and that is if someone gets in the way of Guy's vengeance.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
I mean, I
Again,
could definitely see that turning into momentary PvP, even if it's not like full on
Of course.
PvP. Like it
Yeah.
could be like guy punches a party member and deals
Yeah.
damage, like moment. Which I think like as this group, I think we are all comfortable with like PvP that goes to blows, but not to like situations
Yeah.
like that. Like
Murder.
The bloodied.
You mean like when I nearly killed you all?
yeah, that was fine. Like
I loved that though.
that was
I
thematic.
absolutely loved
That was.
I don't think we struggle as a group, but I think we trust each other as players too much to
100%.
be that worried.
Yeah.
If we do end up in PvP, I think we're all adult enough to realize it's story based and it's not malicious.
I love playing with you guys too much. Like I would.
No, 100%. The only person Guy would fight would be a Star.
I
Is
think,
there-
I think a Star would fight Guy, but
'Cause
I
they-
can actually see 2 PvP moments with Cousin.
Oh my god.
Oh
Why is
yeah,
he
someone
holding
tried
the
to mess with the egg. Yeah.
ball? Oh no, the egg
oh,
is
okay.
the egg is the least of.
Okay, the
God.
egg is actually the third option.
There's
Oh man,
three?
well, what's the other two?
Yeah.
Knocking some sense into Brazen and knocking some sense to Guy.
What
Okay.
did Guy do? You don't even know Guy.
You don't even know me.
You don't know
Is-
me.
Is there anything?
I do.
Is there anything else like trigger warning wise you want to touch on, Chris, or anything?
There's this. The thing is, the heart is so varied. There could be things that could come up that we're not expecting, like some sort of existential horror, body horror, or weird, icky substances. Like,
So we should just communicate if something comes up, like I did.
It's a case of just flag it if you're feeling uncomfortable.
because
Yeah.
it's so varied. Like I say, many powers, many artifacts, many creatures within the heart. There's so many. It's a big variety of monsters in this adventure. So
And to be clear, I'm okay with like rotting food and stuff. What happened last week is far more involved with like food stickiness, like texture stuff, more than anything else. It's very specific.
Completely transparent. Guy was an owlin that was born with wings, and he is now an owlin without wings. So
torture
that's
as
going to
well.
be in his backstory.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
torture.
heads up. Yep.
Okay, yeah, there's themes of torture as well for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
With his background, it will be he was not treated well, so that all that sorts of stuff. Of course, not going to go into gruesome detail or anything like that, but
You
There are some
you think
characters that have been emotionally abused in this story as well, deeply, and you will feel strong emotions of wanting to protect those characters and safeguard them away from whoever's doing that to them. So, yeah, it will get emotional. Absolutely, it will get emotional. But if ever we need to take a break, we can pause. We can breathe.
I can tell you, I cried, I think, about 5 times during the first run. There are really emotional moments. You will cry.
the thing that I mentioned sent you, Chris, do you think I should mention that explicitly? Do you think that'll be revealed early enough that it's...
You messaged me, let me check.
Because I know it's definitely something some people might trouble.
I'll mention that as well. I'm trying to think what else. In the hut. Okay. Imprisonment, claustrophobia. Yeah, there is like there's zombies, mutations. There's like disfigurement. There's terminal illness as well. I don't know if
Sounds like Tomb of Annihilation.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, Tomb of Annihilation has terminal illness all over it, that's for sure. But yeah, so it's a real mixed bag of stuff, guys. Every room might have something different in it, so be prepared for that roller coaster. But if there is something that's uncomfortable, we need to stop. There is a X card I'll mention. Where is it? So
It is on the X.
It is on the X. You just have to. There you go.
Oh God! An alarm!
Stop now!
Wait, how do I do that? You just press the X button?
Press X. Yeah.
Okay, I will not press X. That scared me.
God.
Just make sure it works.
Well, you two did it. I'm sure it works.
It doesn't work for you. Jamie
Put the
doesn't
volume
have
down a tad.
Ace, it doesn't work.
It does not work for me. It would appear.
What? It works for me.
I'm bringing up X cards and everyone's pressing X. I'm guessing that means you don't want X cards in the campaign.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
It works in case we need it.
No, it's absolutely in there in case we need it. I'm firmly comfortable doing what I did last time, which is that I'll just go like, yeah, I'll just go, hey, this is a trouble. Ease off of it a bit, because like I'm usually comfortable enough, even in things I'm uncomfortable with, to be fine with it in moderation. It's usually just ease back for me, kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
I think the only thing that like child endangerment is fine. I tend to like trouble with like
Excuse you?
the more so like as a theme in storytelling.
As a theme.
Yes.
But like I tend to struggle with like, and I've said this before with Chris, but like on-screen harm of children is very difficult for me to interact with.
Mm-hmm.
But like endangerment or like implied or whatever is
that's
fine.
likely what will happen. There won't be scenes where a child is being attacked or murdered, but there is absolutely implied. Yeah.
And I also should clarify, like, if it's a character's backstory and they're explaining their like history, that's also a different circumstance of like I was harmed as a child is different than it happening and our characters allowing it to happen in front of them.
Yeah. Absolutely, and that's a good point to mention. Yeah, because it isn't actually active; it's implied in this campaign. So
yeah,
and I'll keep it that way as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And if there is something that's like presented as it's a danger to a child, you will absolutely always have the agency to step in to prevent that. So
Kill
before it even happens.
And
if it does happen, I was gonna say it's like Bilner as well.
Yeah. The Junipers will have to show up.
Oh, I'm sure the Junipers will have at least one cameo. Like, I'm not even like, I like that's just gonna happen at some point.
Finding a set of children being tortured in one of the chambers.
having
boy and child.
Having come from Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and quick disclaimer: this is a spoiler for Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Mute for 20 seconds. You know why Donna wouldn't be able to intervene in the event of that happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because reveals. It would reveal too much. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Because we were the people who intervened with her being harassed.
The harassment.
Exactly.
But yes.
Anyway, Oh, there you go.
As long as
and we're
after
back.
we finish the campaign and we all get level, maxed out levels, a star and Vape can fight to the death.
You have a
That's all I
Vorpal
want.
sword. You have a
Hey,
Vorpal sword.
hey, maybe you'll get something cool. You'll never know.
It's like an anti-Vorpal sword. If you roll a 1, you cut your own head off.
Yep.
Good lord.
If Star's the best
Okay.
hero, he's got to back it up.
Well, with that, I think that covers pretty much everything. Don't have to go over scheduling because we're still the same group, still the same
Same
time.
schedule.
Yeah,
The usual.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Yeah. Only thing left to do, I guess, is roll for trinkets, just to send us off on a fun little note.
Do I have mine
Um,
already? Because I got my cigar.
You do, but that's
There's always
Yeah,
room for
that's-
more trinkets.
There's always room
I'll
for
get
it.
I get another one. You're the best, Chris. How do I do this?
that's a
D100.
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 A
Let's see the list.
95? What?
95?
11.
Petrified mouse.
61. Let's get 100. 35.
Brazen,
But-
you have a petrified mouse, and I'm gonna make that a desert mouse. You know, the ones with the really big ears.
And the big feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think it's your boa.
Yeah, like a gerbil.
Gerbil. Oh.
You know, that's a little dark, a little sad.
It's got too dark already.
A 1 ounce block made from an unknown material. Oh boy, howdy.
You got a 1 ounce block. Of
Cousin,
A
Cousin,
1 ounce
oh my
block
God.
of plastic? Like what?
Cousin got an invitation to a party where a murder happened. Dash? Is this you?
Dash.
Dash? Dash, why did you send? Dash, why have you sent my partner an invitation to a murder party?
Yeah.
Why are
Yeah,
you
it is
labeled as the
absolutely-
+1?
That's already the start of the harassment.
Yeah. Oh, you should definitely go to that. I think they're expecting you
Absolutely.
there.
I imagine that it's not even like an actual murder. It's like a
It's like crows.
no. That'd be good. No, I'm saying like a murder mystery party. Like
Yeah. It's like an escape room.
yeah.
I'm gonna switch this round. Guy, you got a white sequined glove sized for a kobold.
Oh,
You
what?
stole this
Can
from Ash.
Can I give that to one of the kobolds?
You think this might be a clue as to who you're hunting?
Oh, well, never mind. It's mine.
Oh. Okay. I see.
Chris, I did want to ask, do I get my gun next level? Is that when that's when I get my my stuff?
We are going to play it out
Okay.
in game how you get your gun, and it'll be in this area where you are here.
Perfect.
It's also kind of why you're here.
Perfect.
Okay, you're here to purchase a gun.
Perfect.
The kobolds are already here. They're for the race. Dash is
I mean-
here because they've heard of fantastic heroes on the rise. And Astar, this is after you finished your voyage, after coming back from the rattling ruins, hearing about the story of Gaidir's mega power taking over the whole of the Clawed Coast, and now you've heard of a daring race where people are gathering, and it's the big event. It's
Would you like to
So
give
we'll
the
get into
name
all
of the
that.
town as our send off so that
yeah. Let me do the last trinkets here. Astar, did you get your trinket? A 1 ounce block made of an unknown material. You
Yeah.
love it. Okay.
Plastic.
Stick that on your sheet.
Did you add mine to my sheet, or do I have that?
I didn't yet. You can
Okay.
add. You can just add on item, create an item.
Oh, it could be Ash, yeah. It could be Ash.
Yeah.
It could be
All right, and 61. It is A cameo of a hideous person. What? A cameo? Was that like a painting or a?
It's like the little vignettes you would see like on like the blue background and the white. It's that like where it's a silhouette of a person usually.
Okay.
So you used to get like old brooches that kind of like they'd have
Oh,
like
a brooch.
side
Yeah.
profile of someone.
I know. That's right. Yeah.
That's a cameo.
Brooch. As soon as you said that, I was like, got it. This is a hag. Absolutely. This is Green Ethel.
Right.
Wait, her?
Yep. Probably her.
I
Why
know
you
that
got that?
name.
Maybe we'll figure that out, but likely a hag, I think. Maybe it's even Baba Yaga. Maybe? It's up to you. You can decide who that person is. A particular hag from the heart, or maybe Baba Yaga
You
herself.
and I can discuss that between session.
Okay, sure.
How did this mouse get petrified?
Well, there are basilisks in the desert, so possibly that. Or if there's a Medusa in the Clawed Coast, there is rumors of many a dungeon with gorgons lurking in their depths.
And petrification can be cured normally. Yeah, I can see why I would pick up a petrified mouse.
So Rashkar is a remote settlement known as the Diamond of the Desert. A little hamlet, and is a crucial stop for travelers crossing the desert. And it's the lone sliver of civilization for miles. Its redstone buildings rise no higher than 1 story, but the dark dirt roads running through Rashkar are notably cooler than the sands surrounding them. The residents of Rashkar are few, and their businesses cater to travelers and promote their annual riding event. Folks come from distant towns to trade, connect with other riders, gamble, and take part in the Rashkar Rally. And that's where we will return next session. The big race is coming to Clawed Coast. And you guys might even get to participate in it if you want.
Smells like corruption. Smells like where I gotta be.
Oh yeah, and it really does have a Western-like theme as well. So that's gonna be fun for guys, kind of vibe and aesthetic. And that's it. That's all we have time for tonight. Thank you guys for fleshing out such brilliant characters. Can't wait to see them bounce off each other and explore this world, because I'm just eager to see how this unfolds. There's so many different endings to Baba Yaga's. There's no one pre-written. This is how it ends. It's always been different. It's always been a blast. So look forward to it.
Well, we will see you all next time, everyone.
Next time.
Bye-bye. See you at the race.
Next time on Wild Beyond. Wait. Next time on Baba Yaga's Dancing Hut. Oh my goodness.
No, next